And we've been waiting for the NHL schedule to be released, and I'm sure O's got to take on this. It might be a TSN game on Friday night. Like, Marner's rolling into town. I didn't look at that, who has the rights or who doesn't.
They don't have that yet.
They haven't figured that out yet.
That's not done yet.
Okay, so
we're all waiting for that.
The bidding war.
We all got our schedules today, and everyone had a very different experience with their NHL schedules that are close to them. Joe from the Bridge, right away, as soon as that Leaf schedule came out, into the group chat, Marner's returning this day, and the Leafs play Marner that day.
Right.
And he goes, and they're playing the back-to-back in Boston, to the point where I was like, I can't do the Vegas schedule here. I'm going to mute this group.
Yeah, Joe from the Bridge, I saw him briefly as I'm walking in, and he just starts yelling about Marner's return. And it is on a Friday night, January 23rd. They're in Vegas the week before, which is kind of crazy. The Leafs and the Golden Knights are going to meet each other twice over the course of, 8 days, I guess?
They do that a lot in the schedule. You'll find that,
is there any rhyme or reason for that?
It's just so, I don't know. My take on it is that if teams play, if Toronto plays Vegas, it's like the pre-scout and everything that you didn't go old. It's not like you played a team in November, you don't see them again until April, and then it's just completely irrelevant.
Well, and again, as the build-up to the game is going to be about Marner. I think I have made it clear this week, and I will make it clear as we get closer and closer to that game. I think it will be the most anticipated Maple Leaf homecoming likely in my lifetime. I mean, I remember when Wendell Clark returned, but Wendell, no one wanted to see him go. He was so beloved. It was such a shock when he got traded for Sundin. When Sundin left, it was very different because, they were turning over a leaf in terms of transitioning who they were and what they were going to try to build. People were hoping Mats would waive his no-movement clause to acquire picks, prospects, launch into a rebuild. Very different tone. This is going to have it all. This is going to have everything you could possibly look for, and I predicted this yesterday. I said it, the NHL will screw this up, and they did. They screwed it up because Vegas is in Boston the night before, which means they're going to fly in late, not have a morning skate. He'll play. I'm not convinced he even talks to the media afterwards, and then he's going to be out. And again, I get why Vegas wants to protect Marner. I get why Marner's this is amazing for me. Get me in, get me out. And I get to an extent why the league would be, sympathetic to that. But as I said yesterday, you're in the entertainment business. This is a massive profile. This is a local kid leaving town, coming back to the biggest hockey market on earth. And they're going to fly him in like the Dark Knight, fly him out.
This is what needs to happen now. You need to get a mustache or a goatee, put some glasses on, and you need to be incognito in Boston in a disguise as TSN 8 The Ocho.
Yes.
Doing some kind of interview, getting a soundbite from Marner.
I like that.
They're going to be Nesson, whoever the Vegas people are, they're going to be asking softball questions, and then all of a sudden it's Ryan Hayes.
Ryan Hayes
with a mustache
TSN
from
8.
TSN comes off the top rope asking Leaf questions.
Yeah.
Gotta bring
in
it to
Boston.
him. That's what it's going to be like, though. It'll be, how do you feel about going home?
Yeah.
And he'll be allowed to dance around it.
Right.
I think if he had some heart, he should make himself available here if he's not going to be made available as it is.
Well, and we're projecting at this point, but I think it's in his best interest. If I were counseling Marner, I'd say, just do it. Talk to the media. And don't rush out. I get the world we're in now. The irony is, if he was still a Leaf, they wouldn't make him talk. Because the Leafs protect these guys more than anybody else. The Leafs would be 3 questions and you're out.
And they might do it after the game.
And probably after the game.
After the game, you can talk to him about the game. I'm sure people will throw their questions in, but PR guy's going to be from Keegan to me away. And he's like, guys, one more, and then that's it. It's over. What they probably should do is say, because it's a back-to-back, Mitch is going to talk at the hotel at 11 a.m. Make a decision. You want to be at Leaf skate, or you want to come talk to Mitch in the morning?
And I think
and force guys' hands.
Basically, 9 out of 10 guys. You're a reporter. I guess we'll put that to you, Keegan. If you had that option, you go cover the morning skate where the Leafs are there before a big game. Vegas is a really good team. Or Mitch is setting up shop down at the Westin. Where are you going?
How many morning skates are there in a season versus how many Mitch Marners are there in a
82,
season?
basically.
Bingo.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to where Mitch Marner is.
Yeah.
And it's not going to go away either. I think of this all the time, regardless of the sport. But with Mitch Marner, it's not going to go away if he dodges it this time, or if it's dodged for him. It's not going to go away. It'll just be waiting next season when he comes back. It'll be waiting in the playoffs, and it's going to keep following him. I think it's in his best interest to rip this Band-Aid off. And I know he doesn't want to, evidently, with how he's handled all of this, but it'll keep following him. And the stories and the coverage will not grow kinder, I don't think, as this goes. And it's easy for everyone. These things get overthought. You know how it goes in this, and especially with the access that we get the Leafs players, and you guys know well, it gets overthought. And this can be handled pretty quickly, not painlessly, but with way less pain than there's going to be if you drag it and drag it and drag it.
Absolutely. And again, it's not about attacking Mitch Marner. Like that's not what I'm advocating for.
No, because guys like, the guys that are on the beat.
It's not going to be that hard. It's never that hard.
You know them all. It's Jonas. It's Alter. It's Masters. They just need to ask a certain question, like a bigger picture question. They're not trying to like interrogate your life.
Yes.
They have a job.
And it's professional. It's about hockey.
It's going to be fair. Yes, it's going to be about hockey. This is not the old days where like anything goes. It's just not the case anymore. You run the risk of losing access.
It's not that scary of a market.
Right.
It's not New York at peak New York. It is not Boston when Boston's coming for you. It's not that scary of a market.
Dude, like when the Yankees are playing bad.
Oh.
That must be a bloodbath.
You need security.
There. Right. Like you must have seen some of those over the years.
Absolutely. And it gets harsh, it gets personal, and it gets targeted.
Right.
When in reality, what a lot of people are going to be looking for from Mitch Marner for TV purposes is a clip, is a video of him saying, I loved my time here. Thanks, Leafs fans, whatever.
Yeah.
And what writers are going to be looking for is a quote to put in a story. It's not a battle. There's nothing that serious happening here. Yeah, there's a lot of hurt feelings. There's a lot of fan emotion involved in that. Fans are going to have their right to boo him or say nothing or do whatever the hell they want. But from the media standpoint, I think it's been built up as big, scary Toronto media. It ain't that serious.
No, it's not.
I promise you, it's not that serious.
It's not. And you can speak to it because you get out. What happens is when it's your bubble, you just you extrapolate everything like, oh no, there's nowhere else like this. Well, how would you know? You've never been to Philly. You're not from Philly. You're not from Boston, New York, Chicago. And I think you bring up a good point because if Marner, again, this is all conjecture. Maybe he steps in and goes, I'm going to speak multiple times. I'm going to speak before the game, after the game, and I'm just going to get it all done. And I think that'd be in his best interest because, again, it's not going to be that harsh or that painful. But I think it would be more important probably to speak, like from my perspective, if I could have a choice after the game, after you've seen the reaction, whether it was as harsh as you thought it would be, not as harsh, maybe the Leafs do some incredible ceremony for him or some montage and he can speak to the emotions of that.
That's going to be interesting too.
Yeah.
Everyone gets something.
I want to hear him after the game.
We know like the two different worlds of welcomes that you get. If you were just a guy, you get like a picture and your name. It's like, welcome back, Timothy Liljegren. But if you are someone who is a little more substantial, you get the video. And then how long is the video?
Yeah.
How emotional is the video?
Close up on Austin Matthews' face.
Right. Like where does Mitch Marner land on like the just a guy to you were an absolute hero? Because on paper, if you didn't know anything about the saga of Mitch Marner, you would just look at the numbers and how long he played here and say, like that deserves a hero's welcome.
Yeah.
But we know,
absolutely.
We know too much. We know what happened. We know that you were going to go to Switzerland because you weren't getting your money. And we know that you were talking to people about Vegas now and the playoff record. So it'll be interesting to see how the organization handles it because they are always over the top. It's always first class. Well, how over the top are they going to go for Mitch Marner now?
That would be interesting to get a read on that because Shanahan's not here anymore. And like Shanahan was connected to him more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Like he was the godfather of the core four. It was his image, it was his philosophy, and he was diligent in continuing it. And Shanahan's gone. Like Wicky's been gone for a long time, but he was here, I guess, at the start, or at least when he got drafted. It's a different ownership group.
Tannenbaum's even gone.
Tannenbaum's like not going to be in the same spot like
Right.
he was. So that's really what sticks out in 2025 is like it's the year of change.